let's jump into BMS, the podcast, which is where we can kind of get off the rails at times. We can get off topic and kind of spend some time with you. And one of the things that I actually haven't really spent a lot of time with on the show, and it's because it doesn't affect me like I think it would affect me, and that's Mother's Day. One of the things that I've always been complimented on in my radio journey is my ability to express my relationship with my mom and deal with the grief journey that I'm on. And listeners have always connected with it. Consultants have always man, most men can't communicate me being a mama's boy and how I open up about it. I've actually been criticized for opening up too much about it, which is interesting. But for Mother's Day, it doesn't have that same effect on me. Where we kind of talked about on the show this week that Hannah was struggling with her grandma's birthday.
Yeah.
Mother's Day doesn't bring up and stir up all these feelings of grief for me. And
is it because now you get to celebrate your wife?
Yeah,
I think that's it. I was going to say
new-
the same thing. I think you're absolutely right. Having lost my mom as well.
Yeah, does it affect you? I was going to bring. That's why I brought it up in this, Kev.
I really think that because we are married and our wives are awesome and they're the mother of our children, you kind of. I don't want to say you forget because you never forget your mom.
Yeah.
But it does soften the blow of not having mom around.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show. Is Mother's Day for mom or the wife of your kids? And I have a strong opinion that it does transition. That moms do have these moments where they raise kids to be strong and independent. And then if you have a daughter, they become a mom themselves and they should be loved and supported like a mom. And I do think there's the passing of the torch. And so I get to celebrate my wife. She's seen as mom, and I don't know if it distracts because it goes maybe to a bigger conversation. Is I do think that light outshines darkness, and so there's so much happiness associated with Mother's Day for my wife that I don't just think of man, I miss mom. I don't react that way at all.
Yeah, I think it would hit different if you were just in a different scenario. If you were married without kids, I think this would kind of be a darker day for you.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But I think you also I have a lot of respect, and I look up to you on how much you talk about your mom. I think that's great. And I think there's probably other days of the year that hit harder for you and that are darker days. But I'm glad that Mother's Day is a positive one.
The other thing is I'm so guilty of just not getting caught up into everyone else's moments. When everyone's doing it, I don't want to do it. So Mother's Day,
you are not a trend
big
follower.
Yeah, so I feel I celebrate my wife for as the mom she is all the time. And I feel I do a good job of that. That's not something I think about often. And so it actually made me even think about this other thing is when you see guys buy flowers at the store, do you normally think are they screwed up or because that's what I did think to myself, I'm constantly doing and thinking about my wife on Mother. And so when people are just doing it, I saw a guy at the store and I was like, man, this dude must have really screwed up. And then I thought, oh, maybe he's ahead on Mother's Day. I just started thinking all these thoughts about when a guy buys flowers at a store. Did he screw up or is he buying it just because?
I don't initially think they screwed up. I think, oh, that's so nice of them.
That's what your initial thought
I've
is?
never been oh my gosh, they messed up.
I almost think this is going to be bad for me to say. I almost think negatively of, of the person that is receiving the flowers because I have a friend who expects her boyfriend to buy her flowers every single month. Without a doubt, she expects the flowers.
Oh, wow.
In a negative way, you mean? Because I don't think it's
so
a bad thing.
if he misses the flowers, she gets mad, and I just see that as so stupid. So I almost wonder, okay, what is he doing to check something off of his list? When I see a guy buy flowers, I'm like, what is he checking off the list?
Does Julian ever buy you flowers just because?
Not just because flowers, but honestly, I'm not hurt by that. I don't need just because flowers.
But the question is, does he buy just because flowers? He does not.
He does not.
So you usually would buy them if they're screwing up, AB.
Yeah.
Or they're celebrating something, or it's their birthday.
I get flowers.
You're saying there's a cuz? I don't know.
My mind right now goes
Tuesday, just immediately on a Tuesday, you think this is their anniversary?
If it's a Tuesday in May, I think they're graduating. I think of big life events is where my brain goes.
That. I thought this guy was buying them on Monday. I'm like, bro, those are gonna die by Sunday. So I'm like, there's no way he's buying that for Mother's Day. This dude must have screwed up. That's what I thought to myself.
Maybe they're Cinco de Mayo flowers.
Maybe.
What popped in my head was I literally I was curious when you see people Pay attention to that from now on. Next time you see people buying flowers, what's the immediate first thought you've ever had?
Look at the guy's demeanor.
Yeah. Kevin, do you buy a lot of
No, I do not.
Do you buy flowers when you screw up?
I don't, because my wife is not a fan of that. She gets mad at me when I buy her a card for her birthday or for Mother's Day.
People get mad about
she's not a fan
buying
about
cards.
that. She does not want that. She's like,
always...
that's an unnecessary thing. And I think it's more of, she would prefer the handwritten.
Okay. So is that how you do all your cards for like Mother's Day?
No, I buy them.
I don't like when people say, like, you shouldn't have bought me a card. Okay, well, I did, so enjoy it. But I have people like that in my life who complain about me buying them cards. I'm like, okay, well, it's already
never heard of that. My mom once complained. My dad, I think it was for Christmas or a birthday or something, got her like diamond earrings, and my mom was like, too expensive, take them back. So he took them back.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really rude.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, he gifted them to you.
See, that reminds me of being a kid and getting the AT-AT. You know, the Snow Walker from Star Wars. As brothers, we got that one Christmas, and we were so shocked that our parents paid $50 for this toy that we actually were like, you got to take it back.
What?
And they took it back.
Honestly, there's been moments, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, and I honestly think it's probably a bad thing. If I had to really think about it, where there was moments in my life where I felt guilty as a kid receiving a toy or receiving something. Like, I know my parents are working hard.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't need to do this, Mom and Dad. And that's me being aware of their struggle. And I hope that I'm creating an atmosphere for my kids that they respect money, but they're not aware of the struggle that is happening. Like, all the shit that you didn't know Mom and Dad were dealing with, we were blinded to for most part. But those moments when you felt guilty about a toy, that's
the worst.
That's when you know you felt like the house felt heavy at that time.
Yeah.
There's this story, I tell it all the time. Like, my dad gifted this guy when he owned his own business like $100 for like a bonus check for the Christmas. And he's like, now I can buy each of my kids one toy. And I just think about that all the time. Those kids probably like worship that one toy they got on Christmas, but also felt it. Like, right? Like, if they had come home with a bunch of toys that their families couldn't afford, those kids probably would have felt it. And so, like, I do think of that, like, as a kid, there was those moments where, like, you don't need to do that, Dad. You don't need to do that, Mom. Like, I don't need that. My kids are young enough where I don't think they, like, that registers, but, like, you get to a point where, like, you're kind of like, I don't know.
You know, and you can feel it in your heart.
I'll give you another example. When I was with my brother-in-laws when they were younger, because my wife and I were high school sweethearts, and so they were probably like, I don't know, high school or whatever. They were young, and we were at a restaurant, and the waitress came by and asked them if they wanted to get another drink, and they're like, no, and then I got another one, and then they're like, oh, are they free refills? And I looked at her, I'm like, are they worried that we're gonna have to pay for another round of the drinks? And she's like, yeah, I think they're aware. And like, I hated that, like, that thought process that, like, you're just aware. Like, but there are those moments in your life where you felt guilty for a toy or felt guilty that you got a refill. And like, I don't want to waste Mom and Dad's money. So there is, like, I agree with Hannah, like, if you write a nice card, but like, you do feel guilty sometimes. Like, don't waste your money on me.
Right.
I'm not worried. Don't overspend, don't overdo that.
But if someone does it, like, don't make them awkward and feel bad.
Don't make that. Yeah.
I know what you're saying, but I knew what Kevin's saying about that. Speaking of spending money, how's the furniture going? Shopping?
Furniture, we're bare to none in the home. I am trying to collect furniture from my family that like we already have. So like I'm literally having to go to my mom's house and get my bed that I had in high school. Like that's
that's what you're going to use as a match? Well, don't you have a bed at your brother and sister-in-law's?
But that's their bed that like they have at their house.
That was a bed they
I'm not going to ask for that. So I literally am like going back to my home roots and using my furniture from my old bedroom in high school.
So when you moved out of your mom's house and moved in with your ex-boyfriend, he had a bunch of furniture, so you didn't have any furniture.
Right. I didn't
and so
have
then when
anything.
you moved in with your brother and sister-in-law, you didn't take anything with you and nothing other than the clothes, really?
Yeah.
So all the dressers, everything you have is all theirs?
Yeah, I've purchased one dresser like from living with them just because the one that they had was just so small and I had all of my stuff.
I assumed that you had some other stuff.
Yeah.
No, and I have a makeup vanity that I was given for Christmas, but other than that, I literally just own clothes, my car, and a single dresser.
Really?
So my furniture in my new house is very like sacred. I had my brother gift me one of their old couches, so I have one couch, but I basically have 2 living rooms in the house. So one of them's going to have a couch. Yay. The other room literally is going to be blank. Like nothing in it.
Didn't a listener offer you their couch?
Yeah. So I guess I mentioned when I announced the house, like, oh, you know, I'm still looking for furniture. And there was a listener that DM'd me and was like, hey, we have a generational couch that we passed down to all of our family. It's been around for years. We could offer you the couch, which is initially like very, very sweet. I never ended up replying.
You didn't reply?
No, I don't know what to say.
I think you need to reply.
I think you definitely need to reply.
They can see that you've
say,
seen it.
Here's where I live. Please bring it.
Generational couch makes it seem like it's like you're
then just say
recreating
I'm good.
life on the couch.
First off, you have to respond.
Yeah.
But should Hannah accept it? Say no if you don't want it, but do you want it?
That's so sweet.
That's so sweet of you.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, lie and say, my sister told me is giving me her couch.
Oh, they're on the podcast. You can't lie.
They're not listening. It's
I'm hoping
they probably are. They're probably
on
the couch right now, packing it up, ready to take
I
to
just
me.
think it's so sweet. And say,
It
like,
is
I don't want it.
but I think it was the wording.
Why would you not take the couch?
Generational.
Because it's generational.
Couch makes it sound like each generation was made on the couch. Is how I took it.
You think like they conceived the
Yes.
babies on the couch?
And I don't want the conceived.
I think
Couch.
getting a couch specifically from a stranger is kind of gross.
You've never bought a couch on a Facebook Market?
No, I bought mine on Amazon.
Oh, so I bought a couch on Facebook.
That's where
Market.
I'm really split on where to buy the couch, because part of me says, you know what? I'm so fucking broke right now. I need to do anything I can to save money. I should look on Facebook Marketplace. But then the other side of me says, what if people are recreating on the couch and I'm sleeping in someone's fucking jizz stain? I don't want to do that. So,
have you never been to a hotel?
Yes, I've been to a million hotels.
What do you think people do at hotels?
But you're there for a night and you
Yeah,
leave.
you're not
She's going to have this couch for
having
years.
that in your home. People could have
think just
smoked.
sleeping
They
on a
could have
wall?
had animals. They could have had all this stuff. So I just can't tell.
I have
just
so
can't
much
tell if that
furniture from
purchase-
Facebook Market. I am like furnished by Facebook Market.
See, I have like
so much stuff.
a table from Facebook Marketplace. I would get a mirror from
People
a
could be
Marketplace.
banging on the kitchen table.
But
now you're eating on it.
A couch is different. Like a couch is like
it seeps into
seeping
the
in
fabric.
your
Does it?
skin
You guys seem like you know a
cells,
lot about semen. Like, why is
I'm
everything?
not even talking about that.
Like,
I'm
what
just
is
talking about
seeping
your
in?
body, your oil, your skin
Yeah.
cells, your dog, your
We bought a
cat, your grandpa. I mean, everything is on the couch, so I can't tell just how broke I am yet about if I go the Facebook Marketplace, if I do the third generational couch, or if I just bite the bullet and
We bought a
make
blue
my mortgage
couch
payment.
on Facebook Market, actually, right before we moved to St. Louis. And then we didn't move to St. Louis, and we were waiting because of COVID. And it just sat in like our guest bedroom for a while. And everyone's like, "Why did you put a couch in the guest bedroom?" No one knew we were I was in contract negotiations and talking about moving. So it was like a weird thing. But then when we moved here, we ended up using that couch for like a year and a half.
I don't think I've seen that in your house.
It's
Blue
and we
couch?
got rid of it because it was like didn't fit like when we bought the house.
Because it was gross.
nasty.
Yeah. No,
Because it was nasty.
I was just actually going to say the opposite. It was not nasty. The couch was awesome. I miss that couch all the time. Got it for like $200 on Facebook Market. Best deal ever.
It's probably something too, Hannah. You want to see it to look at it and realize, okay, is this worth bringing this into my home? I really think what you really should do is go to some estate sales.
But you're running into the same issue.
True.
Yeah,
but,
all these dead people, then you can just go buy their stuff.
But yeah, and you could really get some nice furniture.
People swear
for
by estate
nothing.
sales.
My mom
People
keeps
estate sales
People
hunt.
do.
Every
Yes.
weekend, my mom's trying to drag me to an estate sale, and I just keep pushing it off.
I think
just
you would
don't-
love it.
See? There's nothing.
Not just for a couch, for other things too.
Yes.
But
I just think all of those things, like furniture-wise, they all get repurposed
Right.
and reused. I don't know. Like I don't like once you start like my car was stolen and someone drove it around for a couple weeks. I drove it there
You
and I had to
don't
drive
care
it. Like
anymore.
It'll be stolen again.
It'll be stolen again. You just stop thinking about people banging on your couch and it just becomes your couch that you're banging on and
Right.
you're loving it.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like it's not a thing. Like after you let it not be a thing. Like,
You
I
get
do think
enough
like in the beginning
Febreze.
you're kind of like, oh, I don't want to buy it. And then you're
Yeah.
like, well, it's like 1/3 of the price and it's in good condition and I'm just trying to fill a room. You know what's more awkward than someone else's couch? A room that's just empty. It's just like,
Yeah.
here's my empty room. Like, That's fucking weird.
I don't know. I think that's kind of the thing. If you buy a house, you're going to have empty rooms for a while. You can't furnish everything all at once.
And you're not ready to buy a home.
Oh, I disagree.
You're never ready to buy anything.
You got to be. If you cannot go on Facebook Market and find discount furniture, then you need to go do that. Like, I have apartments that are filled by Facebook Market. I don't know if I would take a listener's couch because then I'd feel indebted to them, and I'd only feel indebted to people. And so if someone offered me a free couch that is generational or non-generational,
they cannot listen to the show.
I would feel bad. Like, oh, I feel like I owe you. Like, I don't know if I would do that. I think that's a little different. But I would get over my Facebook Market bullshit real fast because furniture's expensive.
I get that. I was looking at brand new furniture and I'm like, I'd rather have nothing.
Yeah, Facebook Market's where to go. So I would definitely jump on the Facebook Market bandwagon. I would get over that somebody else used it beforehand because everything's been used. Your car's used, blah, 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 blah. People just buy used stuff on a regular basis. You're the person I know more than anyone else that, like, a lot of people don't want to do, like, leggings and clothes. You buy, like, clothes on Facebook Market.
Yeah, I've bought in Lululemon off of Facebook Marketplace and stuff. So I guess
people be squatting and doing whatever they're doing in their Lululemons.
I guess you do have a valid point on that. I don't know. For some reason, the couch was scary to me. Like, would you buy a mattress used?
I don't think I'd have an issue with it, but no.
I have.
No.
You'd see?
I have.
Oh my God, you guys are
supposed to be on my side.
You just had
Come
an
to
issue
think
with
of it, I bought a mattress used.
See?
Did you know the person?
I knew the person.
Okay.
So
you forgot, though.
I knew the girl, and it was, so junior year of college, she lived in this house, and I was going to live there senior year. So she was like, I will leave the bed frame, I will leave the mattress, just pay me a couple $100, whatever. So that's what we did. But still, the mattress feels different because you put all this stuff on top. No. You're not actually touching the mattress.
Mattress seems the grossest to me.
Yeah, people be banging a lot more on mattresses than couches.
I mean, that is ranked way high for me. So,
okay, then what's the most annoying question you've gotten since you bought the house?
Fucking money questions. I hate the money questions people ask me. And I honestly get offended when the very first thing I say after I bought a house, people be like, how much did you buy it for? And just like super invasive questions like that, I find it honestly rude. I would rather them ask me anything else other than money questions. And I'm probably offended because, I don't know, I feel like they're either questioning if I'm actually able to afford it, which I find offensive, or if they're just judging about how much I paid for it, how much they paid for their stuff. Like, it just feels very judgmental. And I wasn't expecting as many money questions as I've received so far.
Kevin pulled a clip of you talking about this previously.
I don't think there's a problem in asking that because it is, like, you're a part of it. The value of your home should be equivalent to what they got. So,
but I just met them. Like, how just met them?
You know what? You're going to get real close real fast, which is good for a neighbor to be close. So I don't think any question is too much.
Hannah's method of anything is just, let me go all in right away. This is who I am. I'm not on plate.
That's awesome.
I was like, I swear, Hannah said that should be one of the first
We were
ones.
talking about strangers, too. We weren't even talking about friends. Hannah was like, yeah, you got a new neighbor, just met him.
It's okay. The first question you ask someone should be, what did you pay for this thing?
I clearly was not in the home buying market at this time of the segment. I did not understand. Let me tell you, living live experience currently.
Growth? Is it growth?
Right now. This is growth.
Hannah's growing right before our eyes.
This is a growing moment.
People money questions, okay? Man, I was a dumbass right now.
Kevin, I go, Kevin, can you pull this clip for me? Because I thought that was your opinion. And Kevin pulled it. He goes, ooh.
I was naive. I was young and dumb when I did that segment. Probably, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so has your opinion changed now that you've bought a house?
My opinion has changed. I would rather talk about anything else other than money. It's a sensitive topic for me right now. I'm stressed, and I don't want people being invasive right now.
I don't think it's always a bad thing. Like, I don't think the intent is always bad.
I agree.
No.
When people ask, because especially for myself, like, we're around the same age, and so I think I'm wanting to buy a house, next year-ish. And so for me, I'm like, okay, how much did you pay? How much do I need to make sure I'm saving up for? Like, to me, it's kind of more logistical.
I feel like if there's like more preface like that, like I would feel totally comfortable talking to you about that
than just like asking.
But just being like, how much did you pay?
See,
it comes
off. That's not
like,
a good first question.
No, and
sure.
I've been getting that a lot, and I just feel like,
do you always answer?
Yes, because I don't know what else to do, and I don't like answering the question. But then it's more awkward for me to be like, then I look like I don't know what I'm talking about, or I look insecure, so I always answer
Well, it's public record, so anyone can look it up at any point in time. So once you purchase the house, once it actually is all done, you could just go to the address. You can look it up. You can do MLS it.
Do that.
And that's something Hannah would do.
Yeah,
I would do it. I would do it. And I would rather look it up privately than ask people, because now I know that I hate that fucking question.
So one of the things that we brought it up, though, was me asking my neighbor. And so I think it's like the reason I think if you're asking like a friend, it's based off curiosity. It's pure. You're worried about them. Even if you aren't worried about them, you're kind of like, wow, that's cool. You're just excited for them.
Worried about them?
Like you say, like they wondered if people are wondering if you can afford it. So
See,
people might ask.
I fucking hate that. That's fucking
I don't
weird.
think that's a mean. But
it is. That's negative, judgy, weird. I don't like that.
That's looking down on Hannah, being like, "Oh, you paid this much. There's no way you could have afforded."
I don't
think so, Kevin.
No, I don't think that's.
I knew Kevin was going to.
I think it is.
I look at it like this.
That's why I hate the question.
In my neighborhood, there's a ton of these new homes that are getting built, and it's outrageous. I think what these homes cost. So I think the curiosity is, well, how much did you pay? Primarily because you're wondering, oh my God, I mean, geez, they're all insane. Are you also paying an insane price for your home?
Yeah.
And then when you tell us how much you've paid and you've told us, I'm like, Hannah got a great deal and actually paid a lot less than what a lot of homes are going for. But it makes sense. We also don't want you to become house poor, to where you can't afford
but that's where I get offended by people, because I'm like, do you guys not think I'm responsible enough to like map out my finances? Like, obviously,
it kind of makes you seem like incompetent,
and I hate
make
that.
the decision for yourself.
That's not necessarily true. It's just growth. Like you had an opinion about something 6 months ago, and it changed once you're in the middle of it. So I just think people asking questions doesn't mean they're coming from a negative place. Maybe they are. I do have a more optimistic view on people. I do think that most people aren't like coming from evil perspective and judginess, and sometimes I've been proven wrong. Like, people really are evil and judgy. But I honestly don't think people ask those questions for ill intentions. I think they come from pure places. What I thought was always interesting, though, is if you don't know the person, then you're only asking from a selfish perspective.
True.
Like, if I walked up to what started this conversation when you had that opinion was, I walked up to the neighbor. I don't know the neighbor yet. I'm like, what'd you pay for this? Because all my real question is what's my house value? Like, what's the going right around the hood?
Right.
Is that fucked up? Because then you're not even coming from a place of like concern or curiosity or general knowing or just how you talk to friends.
I don't see the selfish. I don't see that as a bad thing.
Really, you don't think it as a bad thing?
No, because
I was
it's not
curious.
like
I don't know if I see it as a bad thing either.
Like, you're not shedding like a negative light on the person or talking down to them. You're genuinely just like, oh, my neighbor just bought it for this price. What does that mean for me?
That makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
It's almost worse when they know you and then they're asking you.
Right. So
and you're like, what?
No, that's not true. Because if a listener asked you that, you'd be just as uncomfortable. Be like, oh, I don't know this person. They go, if someone texted it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like a listener asked that question, you'd be like, what? You don't even know you.
Yeah, that would be weird.
You'd feel weird. I don't know, because people always wonder. But I do think in the court of public opinion, it is not an inappropriate question. And mainly because it's public knowledge. I think if people really want to do the searching.
It's like teachers' salaries.
Yeah, like you can ask the question.
You can look it up.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. You can look it up.
Yeah, they're all up there. And so are the, all your administrators are there. Yeah. You can find out everybody's salary. Yeah.
You can be like, oh, you're getting the $2,000 raise.
Yeah, you can find out.
This is a teacher, all your teacher friends.
I'll look up your house. I'm not going to look up your wife.
But I think if it's public record, I do think it's not a crazy question to ask. I do think that I am curious why people ask the question, but I don't think people ask. And the other reason I don't think people ask from a point of like, oh, like, are you incompetent? Is they ask everybody that question. I think it's a general curious question is, what is housing going for? Like, I'm one of those people.
That makes me feel a little better that maybe everybody's not judgy and terrible.
I don't know, but maybe they are, but I don't think that. I like literally, when I walk by a house, I'm like, oh, that house is cool. I Zillow it all the time. I'm just because I'm genuinely curious about the housing market. And I think the more you know about the housing market, the better. And the more you know about what houses are going for in certain areas, the better. So I think that's what makes people interested in it. And we're just innately curious. Like when you Googled our boss.
Yeah.
Do you feel differently now that you actually can be
I don't
Googled
regret
back?
That. I loved that.
Because you couldn't be Googled back. And now
okay, I'm scared about being Googled just because of like I don't want a crazy listener knowing.
Yeah.
Or
so if our boss was looking at the pictures,
our boss can Google. He can send me a gift. He can come over. Whatever. He's awesome.
You won't even show people the pictures of your home now.
Yeah. It's not ready. It looks like a trap house right now. It's not ready.
Well, poor JR said I'd updated stuff.
Right.
He did. He was like, my walls were yellow.
He felt the same way as you. And you did that to him. You're like, what? What's up with this kitchen? He's like, I updated it. You see? Yeah. Hannah's got a very different perspective now that she's living.
Right.
Once you own a home.
You're going to be stalked by a family trying to give you a couch.
Yeah.
Couches start showing up on your lawn.
Yeah.
AB, tell everyone about your bagel that you ate.
I've been really going to Breadco a lot lately.
I've been noticing you've been bringing bagels in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been bringing a bagel in like every day, just crushing it.
Yes. But I really like their turkey sandwiches. So like every single day after work, I've been going there and I've been mobile ordering the turkey sandwiches. And I saw the other day, it was like, for 50 cents, add a cinnamon toast crunch bagel. And I was like,
bagel.
oh my gosh,
amazing.
I'll get to bring this to work in the morning. So I clicked it and I was like, 50 cents? That's crazy. And then I went to get my order and I noticed the bagel wasn't in there. I was like looking at it in my car. And then it clicked that I ordered my turkey and cheddar sandwich. On the bagel.
Oh, no.
With like mayonnaise and onions. And I was just sitting there and I was like, I'm an idiot.
I know you ate that shit too.
I did. I ate the whole thing.
And loved it.
It was not good. I was trying so hard to like it because I was like, maybe this is like a thing people do. I don't know. No, it was horrible.
Did you finish it?
I finished it because I was starving. But like mayonnaise and onions on a cinnamon crunch bagel is not. Like
I thought you were going to say you ordered 50 bagels on accident.
Was it your fault?
It was my fault. Because the next day I went back to redeem myself and get an actual sandwich, and I noticed where I went wrong.
So what did
Do you think they judged you in Breadco?
Totally. Whoever made that order probably was like, "This is so weird,"
or
they probably knew I screwed up.
She wants a turkey sandwich with a cinnamon toast. That cinnamon toast crunch bagel with the cream cheese is so good.
I know.
Yeah.
When you screw up though an order, what do you like? If they screw it up, what do? You get home. What's your next move?
I didn't do anything because I screwed up.
Yeah, but if they did screw it up, what would you do? Do you call? Do you go back? Do you just
I normally just eat it.
Really? If they screwed up your order?
Yeah.
I never know what to do.
Sometimes they won't put like mayo on it or something, and that's annoying. I eat it anyway. I used to be obsessed with Firehouse subs, and I would get their bacon turkey ranch or whatever. There was like half the time they would forget the bacon. And that's the best part.
Oh, no.
But I'm not like opening up my sandwich and stuff
So
before
you
I
never
get home.
went back and
I never
got it
went back
fixed?
and
Did you, when you went back the next time to get one, though, did you mentally note or at least tell them, hey, last time you guys made this without the bacon?
I feel like you have to address it. You can't be like,
no.
Hey, one time I ordered a sandwich here like 6 years ago. Like, I don't think you can do that, bro.
No, I never tell them.
You never?
For me, it depends on how bad of a mood I'm in.
You know you say something. Don't act like you don't.
It depends on how bad of a mood I'm in, though. Like, if I'm at McDonald's and I ask for a plain cheeseburger, which I always do, and I get home and there's ketchup, I'll go back.
You'll drive back.
Oh, wow.
But it depends. I mean, my ranking of how mad I am, like, it depends. Am I calling McDonald's? Am I calling the regional manager of McDonald's? Am I DMing them on Instagram? Am I blasting them on Instagram? It just depends how pissy I am that day. But
Hannah saves her fury for the person who asked, how much did you pay for your house?
Yeah. Then I let it rip on them. But my sister's the worst on this. If my sister, even if they do it perfect and my sister just doesn't like it, she'll be a Karen and she'll call them up.
Is that the worst? Are you?
But what does calling do?
They're usually pretty like sorry, and they'll give you a coupon or they'll say, oh, type this in. And they'll usually hook you up. So I low-key feel like it's worth it to complain.
I'm always so awkward when I complain. I'm not a good complainer.
I think I'm a good complainer.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really? What do you do?
I mean, you just have to be really nice and normal. Like I can't be awkward because it makes the whole situation awkward. So I'll just be like, oh, hey, you did this, whatever. Like, and it's not really a thing. And they're like, oh, sorry, here's extra, whatever.
My wife's always like, you're so awkward. Like, I'm like, I
can see you being awkward.
Oh my gosh,
the worst.
I can see you being the
worst.
I'm
like, you try to make it, but I think you did like she's like, what the? Just shut the fuck up.
I
and
feel
tell
like
me
it would
wrong.
I would feel like you would turn it around on yourself. You'd be like, well, I think I might have ordered.
Sorry, it's
mayo,
probably my
but,
fault. Yeah.
I have like 7 kids, so I probably forgot, but maybe I brought it back. But I'll just take it. I'll just eat it. Goodbye.
Yeah, that was exactly it.
I'm not. That's messed up.
That would be you. What do you? Okay, let's say I'm the person at McDonald's.
I don't like because I feel like people make mistakes. So I do feel bad. And I don't want to, like, time is money, so then I have to go back up there.
Do you go up with a smile on your face?
I don't know.
I think that makes a difference because I go up being like happy, shoot, sorry, you must have done this.
See, you're probably too nice too. You think you're good, but you're not.
No, you would get it done.
Yes.
I feel like AB would be 10 toes down. She'd be nice, but she'd get it done. I would need to take a Xanax first. Brett, I don't know what you need.
And Kevin wouldn't do anything.
I wouldn't do anything.
Because I'm like,
just let it go.
I can't find the middle ground because I will either not say anything, like, shit, and I let it go, or then I get really pissed off and then I say too much and I'm too aggressive because what ends up...
I think you probably say too much to the point where they're like, what's going on again? What do you need me to do?
Because I only get mad like when you check in with them and then they act like you're stupid and then they get it wrong.
Right.
That's when I get mad. Like, I'm like, hey, does this, like, Hannah thinks, like, is it plain cheeseburger? And they're like, yeah, obviously. It says plain cheeseburger. I'm like, okay. And then you get home and there's ketchup. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah,
like,
that's
you
annoying.
were so rude to me. And then I go back up there. Then I'm like, well, I'm driving. Remember when you said this? And they're like, oh my God, this guy's so mean. But I'm like mad. And then, or if they do screw it up, then I let it go too much. Like, I can't find this middle ground. Complaining about when someone screws up your meal is hard.
It's hard.
But when they act like they got it right, that annoys me. I get annoyed.
Admit your mistakes.
Yes. Yeah. And the last thing I wanted to get to is AB did a Christian book exchange. So tell us a little bit about
I
Christian
did.
book exchange.
Like, I don't know if you've ever seen
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen like the TikToks or Pinterest or whatever where you do a mystery book exchange and you wrap it so you don't know what book everybody's bringing. And you're normally supposed to wrap it with like hints for the book. And because it was for my Bible study, we all brought Christian books.
That's cool.
So I did.
I didn't know that, the hints thing.
Mm-hmm, I did The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, which is like an amazing book. So I drew like a clock on it and I drew like a person running and all this stuff to kind of give a hint of what the book was. And then we did it white elephant style. So you could like trade / steal from people. And it was really fun.
What book did you get?
I got Get Out of Your Head. It was funny because my core group of like 4
Besides
people.
getting out of your head.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, my core group of 4 people kept being like, which one did you bring? Like, I want that book. And so like we kind of ended up trading between the 4 of us. So it was like my best friend, the book she brought.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it, Get Out of Your Head about?
I've only read like 2 or 3 chapters, but it's about, I think her name's Jenny Allen. She just went through like a really rough, like anxious time where she was always in her head for 18 months straight and like debating everything, debating her own religion and all this stuff.
She should go back on the
And
food.
so it's like teaching yourself how to retrain your thoughts.
I might need to borrow that thing.
Yeah.
That would be good for me.
wanted to do it on the show for so long. I just haven't been able to figure out how of some kind of book exchange. But I know that none of us are going to end up reading. Maybe other than
If
AB.
we did a self-help book
Yeah.
exchange, we would be down bad.
Yeah.
Can we do a note exchange? I mean, that's about...
That would be bad. I hope we don't get to that point.
But I thought maybe we could do like movies. Like,
I was going to say, we kind of did it when we all chose a TV show.
shows.
I loved that.
We all watched the same show,
episode.
but instead we'd pick like, say like you get the person and you have to pick out a movie for Hannah. And
Oh
if
boy,
AB got
I'm
me,
not watching Star Wars.
You're going to watch Money Pit with Tom Hanks.
He's pitching it already.
But like when you get a book, so I think there's different strategies. So if you get a book exchange, do you get a book that you think they would like?
I think,
Or do you get a book that Kevin likes? They're like, oh,
I think that you're giving something
I
that
like
you
this
like.
book, read this book.
Like AB liked the book that she did
Oh,
for her
really?
book exchange, right?
no, that's not how gift giving works. I feel like if I was going to put something in a white elephant, I think I would put something I think
That you
everyone
like.
would
It has
like.
to be
you think so?
universal.
Yeah.
Enough. I wouldn't do some like because it was funny.
So
one of the
Kevin wouldn't pick
girls,
Star Wars
one
for
of the
you.
girls
Right.
who's getting married in a couple months chose a book that was about like a season of singleness.
Yeah.
That was the book she
Right,
chose, and she
okay.
was like, "Oh, well, shoot." So that one probably like wasn't universal enough.
I
for
hope the
group.
newlywed
But
didn't
like,
get that
yeah.
book.
if we picked out of like, say we did music, or because I thought maybe we'd do a song, like, oh, Kevin like likes old time music, and he'd be like, oh, Hannah doesn't appreciate this,
Right,
but this
so
is a
there you
song
go.
that
Right.
Hannah will like. He doesn't just find a song that only he likes, and you're like, thanks, Kevin's songs
That's right.
suck. I think he finds a song or finds a movie that like, oh, Hannah's never seen this movie. I thought we could do movies. This is what I've been thinking about for a while.
Do you have a movie in mind, or it would depend on who
Who
you're-
I got,
who-
yeah. Each person would pick a different movie. The only problem I have with it is I probably would have to do it on the podcast and the radio show because some of it is like so loose and like all over the place. But like Kevin has seen every freaking movie that's ever existed. I'd have to find a movie that Kevin hasn't seen that I think he would love.
Give him one of AB's niche Disney ones.
I've seen those.
Yeah, Kevin's seen those. I've seen those.
Kevin's seen everything.
Yeah, you'd have to find something very unique that, like, I think Kevin would appreciate it. Hannah's like probably the easiest because I do think there's some really interesting movies out there that I think.
No,
Hannah would love.
I think Kevin's actually the easiest because you're the easiest to please.
Oh,
I think it would be hard to find a movie that Kevin's like absolutely hated every second. Whereas Hannah, I feel like would probably go into it maybe hating it.
Right.
No, but then she ends up liking it. Like she didn't think she liked Broadway, but she like actually likes it. Hannah just thinks she's not going to like things. Yeah, she just doesn't know. I would definitely be the hardest because my attention span is so small.
I feel like AB would be the hardest.
I think so too. I mean, how many movies has Ben Platt done?
More than you think.
Have you seen them all?
AB's seen a lot of movies, and she's a hard critic on movies.
I think there's a couple of really good movies out there that I don't know if AB has seen that I think
there was a bunch of guys at church telling me on Sunday that I have to watch Fight Club. I've never seen that, and they were like obsessed with the fact that I hadn't seen it.
Okay, this brings up an interesting conversation because
interesting.
There's not a movie I would have picked for you in this book.
No, and I told them, I was like, that does not seem like my vibe. And they were just like, no, everybody loves it. And I'm like,
I think it's like the ultimate dude.
Is that when a guy has like the Wolf of Wall Street poster in his room? Like,
yeah.
Do you know what Fight Club's even about, though, Hannah?
No.
Okay.
The first
Don't
rule.
tell me anything because I might actually watch it.
There's just like like Fight Club, and that's what it's about.
Is it an underground fight club?
It's an underground fight club, and like they do it to like
why
get their aggression out. It's like guys get their aggression out.
Brought up at church.
I don't know.
Yes, this was brought. Fight Club is like the worst Bible.
I was filming
on
the shuttle.
It is like anti-Christian, actually. It was like the anti. That is interesting that Fight Club came. I'm in this Christian group, but we were talking about Fight Club. Usually does not come up.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll do this on the show. Maybe we'll pick on the podcast next week. We'll pick out of a hat.
Well, yeah, we'll pick names.
Pick names, and then you have to find a movie for them, and then we'll see if they actually like it. I would not. If I get AB, I am not picking Fight Club. That is not a movie I thought you would like. But yeah, maybe we'll do it with movies. And we'll do like because none of us are going to read, but we could all probably figure out a way to watch a 2-hour movie.
You can?
You can?
I am just lazy. You actually have a hard time.
She said it, not me.
You actually have a hard time scheduling out time.
Well, if the movie is good, I'll be into it. And I've actually, AB actually went to go see Devil Wears Prada yesterday. I was like, I've watched the most recent movie on the show.
You have, right?
But AB actually went to watch the movie yesterday.
I saw it too.
Yeah, but I was like, man, I'm the last person to watch a 2-hour movie.
That's right.
Pretty good.
No, AB went yesterday. All right. Next week, be looking out for our movie. No one's ever done a movie exchange. Everyone does book
Not to
exchanges.
my knowledge.
Right, I like that idea.
Outside the box. There we go. It's BMS, the podcast.